Hello, friends. This is Tomar Levine of Soul Guidance for Awakening, and this is day 5 of my experiment in live streaming. And I see that my video and audio are not perfectly synced, but I'm going to go ahead anyway. So, for the last 4 days, I've been speaking about stepping into the unknown. I talked about it from the individual personal perspective and then from the collective perspective. The whole world has stepped into the unknown, is in the unknown together simultaneously, and recognizing that fact for the first time in history. And I talked yesterday about the unknown as the void, as the field of infinite potential from which all arises, all reality arises in every now instant. And that field of infinite potential is malleable like clay, and that we get to influence it in some mysterious way through our own consciousness and our own energy and our own choices, preferences, intentions, and beliefs. So today I want to reference a few other sources and also speak to a wonderful word. Another word for the word unknown is mystery, the great mystery, which is another way of speaking about the whole infinite universe. My dear friend Bobby Middendorf speaks about in her presence work, her deep presencing work. She speaks of leaning in to the mystery, not leaning into what's familiar and is already known, but leaning into what is ready to emerge from that infinite field. Another friend of mine, Ellen Shapiro, a writer of spiritual poetry as well as a healer, posted a poem yesterday on Facebook. I'm going to read you the first few lines of it because they talk about exactly where we find ourselves now in this ongoing unknown experience. This is what she wrote. Subtly stirring, deeper rumblings swim towards the surface. Seismic change is on its way. I sit inside of Mahashunya, the dark void, breathing into the emptiness from which all is born and to which all returns. In the dark, my fingers fumble over the braille of my destiny. And she speaks of braille because in the unknown, we're blind, we're in the dark, we can't see what's going to come, what our destiny will be. We're groping for it, we're groping for the information, but it has to be given to us in braille. And so she refers to this term Mahashunya. It's a yogic term, and of course I had to Google it immediately. What is exactly Mahashunya? It's not my vocabulary, but it means the great void. And one source wrote, Mahashunya is a state of energy that transcends all forms. All things exist and are possible within the great void. It is the plane beyond all planes. It is energy in its most pregnant and potential form, powerful and still, all possibilities just waiting to manifest. This is what I was speaking about yesterday. Pregnant, what a wonderful word for that infinite field of all potentials, pregnant with what is latent but not yet born, malleable like clay. So there is some magic and mystery afoot right now because we are living in this state of pregnancy. The whole world is pregnant with the potential of something new that may come into birth and that we don't know what it is. The unknown has swallowed the entire globe, and we're all in the dark, fumbling with the braille to discover what our destiny may be. But we can also plunge our energetic hands into that malleable clay of infinite potential and project outward the destiny that we desire. So the world is very like, or humanity is very like right now, the caterpillar in the chrysalis who has turned inward and who is dissolving in many ways, in many forms and structures that we're familiar with. But what kind of butterfly may emerge from this chrysalis? We don't know. But you and I and others like us are the imaginal cells that were latent in the caterpillar and now in the chrysalis are starting to assemble ourselves into new relationships, into new patterns of new potentials. And we don't even know what it is we're here to give birth to. We don't have to know. All we have to do is follow the impulse, the evolutionary impulse moving through us, guiding us towards what we most desire to see, a new and beautiful world that works for all. So for us, living in the unknown is also living in the potential of our own creativity and actually stepping into the greater part of ourselves that holds within it the seed of a new birth. And I'm going to leave you with that for today. Thank you for being here. Many blessings. Bye for now.